look at Twitter. Let's just take X as an example. How
Right.
many times have you seen the short clips? I went 8 for 13 this weekend. I batted this. And I told my kids, I didn't let anybody this summer post on Twitter. I said, guys, listen, numbers without context don't mean anything.
Right.
Okay. You went 8 for 13 in a tournament against what? Against 82-mile-an-hour fastballs? Against who? Now, if you do it against dirtbags at East Cobb, yeah, go ahead. If you hit a rope, go ahead and put a clip if you got it. You know what I mean? Like, but the point is that your numbers are meaningless to these college coaches because number one, they didn't see it. Number two, they don't know who it was against.
Well, I think that is a critical. I mean, if I could put a bookmark on anything that I've ever discussed with any coach throughout the country, that would be it. And parents need to understand it's not a negative when you
No,
say to a parent, okay, well, who did he do it against? Because all summer teams are not equivalent to what college caliber student athletes. And when I say college caliber, I want to make sure that parents understand. And Frank, I'm sure you can attest to this being from Florida and in that part of the country.
mhm,
A junior college pitcher, a Division II caliber pitcher, a Division I caliber pitcher. I can promise you, whether it's Indian River, Chipola, whether it's Barry, Lynn, UT, St. Leo's, these coaches know the caliber of talent that they face and what they need to have in order to face those caliber teams. And so you have to understand college coaches are not trying to downplay summer baseball. They're trying to figure out, is it equivalent to a college caliber team? And so Frank brings up a tremendous point. 8 for 13 is great, but who did you do it against?
right. And I'll put it another way. I told my guys this summer. I'm a very honest coach. I tell them, right. There are no surprises with me. And I told these guys, I'm like, you get offended when you see a kid put up that he committed somewhere, and you're like, I'm better than that guy, right? But beauty's in the eye of the beholder, right? Coaches evaluate players in different ways, right? They evaluate a player's ceiling. Have you already hit your ceiling? Is there more? Does a coach trust himself and his staff to be able to coach a kid up? There are all these variables that are in the mix, right? Is the kid a tall, arm that maybe he's only throwing 86 right now, but we project him at 92. So we're going to go ahead and jump on him early and get him before the big schools get into him. Um, there are all these variables. But the one thing that parents and kids need to understand when these college coaches are evaluating them is that this is how they put food on their table. They can't afford to be wrong. Okay. If they're wrong, they lose their job. That's the pressure they have to deal with. And I'm not asking any parent or kid to feel sorry for these guys. A lot of them are paid well. They're doing something they love for a living. God bless them, right? But understand that that's part of the process. Part of the process is you got some coaches